What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, I created this, I want to say fuchsia pinkish look just in time for Valentine's Day. I haven't filmed a makeup video in such a long time, so I decided to just like sit down and finally film one. I really liked how this turned out. It's honestly so easy. I use 3 shades, not including like the highlight, the one I use for the top of my brow and the inner corner. You don't necessarily even have to wear this for makeup, guys. Like honestly, if you don't have plans for Valentine's, that's okay. I don't either. I actually work that day. For those of you that do have plans and are going out with your special someone, I hope you guys have a great time. So yeah, I wanted to create a look for anyone that has a date or something. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna stop talking now and let's get right into this video. Alright guys, so jumping right in, I'm just picking up this shade. I'm putting this all over my crease. This is the shade that I'm going to be using for my transition shade. I can never say that word, but anyway, I had already done my eyebrows off camera. Please excuse them. I haven't done my eyebrows in over a month. I'm actually getting them done this weekend. So yeah, I had already done my eyebrows off camera and also prime my eyes just with a concealer like always.
How I felt, but I can't help it. I'm falling for you, and I can't quit it, 'cause I'm stuck on you, and it might be...
Okay, now I'm getting this fuchsia pinkish shade from my Modern Renaissance palette from ABH. That's, you guys know, that's my ride or die, my favorite palette. And I'm just putting this a little bit lower from that transition shade and kind of putting it in the outer corner and towards the inner corner. Just packing it onto my liking, blending it out as we go, going back and forth.
But I'm still
then what I'm doing here is that I just picked up some Fix Plus and put it in my finger, and picked up this shade from my Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe and just putting that all over my lid. Like I said guys, this is so easy. I am honestly not the best person when it comes to eye makeup, but I found this very easy. And then I'm just going back with that fuchsia shade and kind of blending it out to my liking. And then I'm picking this vanilla shade and then just putting it as my highlight bone. And then I'm just grabbing this Miracell water to clean up with a Q-tip, just to make sure that it doesn't look messy. Then I'm grabbing this primer from Maybelline, which is one of my favorites. Just priming my face. What I really like about this is that it hydrates my face, especially during the winter. I love it. Then I'm grabbing this Lumi lotion from L'Oreal, which, if you guys know me, you guys know that I love that glow. So I just feel like this gives me that extra glow. Then I'm going in with my L'Oreal True Match. I actually have fallen back in love with this foundation. I just love how it makes my skin look. I feel like it's medium coverage. You can obviously build it up, but I just really like it. Then I'm just going in with a foundation brush and just blending that all over my skin. What I like about this is a Sephora brush. I don't know which number, but I'll link most of the things in the description box below. I like that I can go in between my eyebrows like you guys are seeing here, and kind of be careful, like put the foundation above my eyebrows, because sometimes I feel like it's a little bit harder with a sponge. And then I always do this after I'm done blending out my foundation with a brush. I go in with a beauty sponge just to make sure that everything is well spread out and blended. Then I'm gonna grab my new favorite concealer, which is this concealer from the Sephora. It's actually the Sephora brand, and I have fallen in love with this concealer. I love how it's very dewy, but it also gives me that coverage that I want. It doesn't crease as much, doesn't crease just at all actually, and it blends out beautifully. And then, as you guys can see, just going in with a beauty blender and blending that concealer all over my face, or wherever I put the concealer. So you guys can tell here, I'm like looking at my face because in the camera, it seemed like my face was so white, and I promise you guys, in person, it did not look like this. Like, I think it's because of my ring light. I gotta figure out better lighting, but that's me trying to figure out why I look like a freaking ghost in camera. Yeah. I promise you guys though, I did not look that white in person. Then I'm just gonna grab my Maybelline, it's like a foundation stick, but I use it to contour in the color Cocoa, and I'm just using this liquid. I'm just using this all over my forehead, you know, usually in the places where you usually contour. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick, but I just feel like this one just matches my skin tone better. Then I'm just grabbing a brush to blend that out. And in advance, guys, sometimes it might look muddy, but what I like to do is, you guys will see it, I will always have I always try to clean it up, and I always have a sponge with me just to make sure that everything is well blended. So right now it might look a little crazy, but once it's all done, I promise you it looks better. So yeah, there I am blending. Then I'm just giving myself a little nose contour. I don't really do much. I don't have a whole process when it comes to contour on my nose. I already have a pretty small nose, so just normal. Then I'm just grabbing this Kylie translucent powder. I'm just putting this all over my under eye. I don't know how I feel about this powder yet, but I've been using it. I mean, it does its job. I don't want to say it's my favorite, but it definitely like does its job, like I said. And just putting this in any areas that I put the concealer in. Then I'm going to be grabbing this Smashbox contour palette and grabbing that shade there. Just to go over wherever I contoured. I like this shade because it's kind of like has like a grayish undertone, so you know the point of contouring is to create like that shadow. So just going over this powder wherever I contoured with this Morphe brush that I always use to like contour. How many times can I say contour? Then I'm just going in with that same shade and that little brown one to go over my nose contour. Like I said, guys, I really don't have like a huge process when it comes to my nose. I just kind of just put, I don't really do much to it. And I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just kind of cleaning that up wherever I put the contour shade, and then I'm going back there because sometimes I will clean up too much, but kind of making it look a little less messy to kind of give me that sharp line that I kind of like. And then I'm gonna also be using this translucent powder. This is, I think this, it's not the original translucent powder. This is the one that kind of has like a little bit of shimmer in it. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I like how glowy it makes my skin look. Then I'm just gonna go with my Ride or Die bronzer, which is Give Me Some by MAC, and I'm just bronzing up the face. And bronzer and highlighter are my ish, so I go pretty ham when it comes to this. And I basically just bronze my face wherever I contour, so yeah. Then I'm going with this MAC blush and just putting it over my cheeks. And something that I've recently started to do is putting a little bit of blush on my nose. And then I always go back with a sponge just to make sure everything's blended. Then before I finish my face, I like to set my face with whatever setting spray I have, and you know, let that dry for a little bit. So I like to do this and then put on my highlighter. I don't know where I saw it, but that's just, I seem to like how it looks. And I'm using this new Dior highlighter, and as you guys can see here, I'm pretty shook by how gorgeous this is. It's a little bit pricey, but I think it's so worth it. It is absolutely stunning. If I'm not wrong, I think it's in the shade 3. but it's such a beautiful highlight. I love it. And I'm adding pounds of highlighter, as you guys can tell, down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, because your girl loves highlighter, and just keep pouring that in. Then I'm gonna be grabbing that same shade that we used earlier in our eyes and just putting it in my lower lash line with a little pencil brush, dragging it up to connect it so it looks nice and blended. Then I'm gonna go with that shade that I use to highlight my brow bone, just to put it in that inner corner, just to give it that little pop. Then I'm gonna go with this Kylie lip liner. I forgot the name of the shade, but honestly, I love it. I think it's called Cocoa, I'm not sure, but I just really, really like it. It's usually the one that I always wear. I'm just kind of filling in the corners of my mouth. And then I'm going to go with this beautiful shade from, I don't know, it's Maybelline, but I love the color of this. Then I'm going in with the Fenty lip gloss. I'm curling my lashes and adding some mascara. In advance, I apologize for my ugly mascara face. Putting this in my lower lashes as well. And then just putting coat after coat of mascara because I have very thin lashes. Obviously, if the one thing that I would have done differently is obviously added some falsies, because I feel like that would have just made the eye look so much better, but I didn't have any. Alright guys, and this is the completed look. I love how it turned out. I just love that my skin looks so glowy, and like you guys saw, it's such an easy look. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I would just honestly pop on some false lashes if you guys would not just go that extra step. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. It would mean so much to me. But once again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.